before we can start checking the pivot bushing combinations, we need to take the movement apart again. Not that it's all together, but the little bit that's there, we'll have to take the 4 nuts off the pillars. That's better. Take them off. Then we can open the plates up. We'll remove the couple of wheels that are in here, and then we'll start to check how much play there is between the pivot on the wheel arbor and the bushing, and or just the hole in the plate, because I don't know that there's a lot of bushing being done on this movement. Alright, that's the last one we're taking off now. So we'll lift the top plate up, turn it sideways, and we'll remove the 3rd and 4th wheel from the going side train. We'll have a look at the pivot. My metal lathe is in for repairs at the moment, so we can't polish the pivots on same. Alright, so we'll have to use one of these little doovers. It's a popsicle stick with 2000 grit wet and dry sandpaper on it. It's got a piece of masking tape in the centre to act as a hinge. What we do is we open up the popsicle sticks, put the pivot in between it, and using the other end of the wheel, rotate it round backwards and forwards 10-15 times, keeping both halves of the popsicle sticks relatively tight. This method is very secondary to polishing pivots on a lathe, but if you haven't got a lathe, this is the next best option. The 2000 grit wet and dry paper will only remove any highlight, as in drops of oil and dirt, etc. that are on the pivot. It will remove those, which will make the pivot smoother again. However, it won't be able to remove any cuts or abrasions in the pivot. For that, you will need a lathe to do that properly. However, I'll run over each of the pivots before we put them in and test them, and that will have to suffice at this point in time. Alright, now we put the top plate on, align it over the top of the posts. That one there, the first one, I'll put a nut on that to hold it so that the plates don't open. It doesn't have to be tightened down tightly, just to hold it in place. Now we can have a look down here and see what we've got. Put that in down there and line these pieces over here. Not that they're aligning very well. See if I can move that. The barrel's in place. Now I've got to move the first wheel on the strike side into place, and it's not playing around very nicely. I'll put that in later on and lift that up. That's better. Alright, now I may be able to get that pivot into that hole down there, maybe. We hope. That's alright. So that should now, certainly doesn't want to play nicely. I'll just check, wait a minute, I'll check that. I'll put a nut on there that'll hold both ends down a little bit so they don't flap around the breeze too often or too much. I'll put the centre wheel arbor in, which goes there. And what have we got up here? Anything? No, we don't need the hammer lever yet. We need to get the first wheel in, which is there. Hold the plates together so that they stay there. And now we need to get the gathering pallet wheel in place, which is there. And now the hammer lever goes there. Alright, that's dropped into place. I'll put a nut on that post there to hold all those. They don't have to be tight, just sufficient to hold them in place so that we can get an accurate reading on the first wheel down here. Tighten that a tiny bit. Alright, we're going to have a look at that pivot bushing combination there first. No, that looks alright. And this one here under the minute wheel, it's a little bit harder to see, but we'll move it backwards and forwards and see. No, that's not too bad. Won't worry about rebushing those unless we've got quite a few more to do on the movement. But at the moment, that seems to be alright. Okay, take the top plate off again. Undo the nuts we put on. Should be able to undo them by hand now because they're not on tightly. Another one. And third one. Lift the top plate up, turn it over a bit so it's easy to remove. Put it into our foam block over there. Now, the next wheel sits there. Okay, top plate on again. Getting caught up on the hammer wheel there, on the hammer lever. Align the posts, over the holes in the plate. 1, 2. Put a nut on each of those. First one. Second one, it's a bit more awkward doing this because we can't remove the barrel because of the count wheel there. So we've got to take that into account, and it's more things to align every time we start getting close to what we want to do. Put the first wheel in, move the barrel up a bit. First wheel slides in, it's in place. Maintenance cam wheel, we don't want to snap the pivot off that, so we'll put that in. That's got him. And now we can put the hammer lever. Doesn't matter what orientation that lever's in, it only just has to be in there. Just dropped a nut I was putting on the post here. I'll put this one on. Get that guy back in there again. Might be a rather nice idea. Down, across, thank you. And tighten this down, and then once that's in place, assuming it's going to sit on there, that's right. Whoop, gathering pallet I just knocked out of place. The very fine pivot on that, and I've got to be careful not to snap that off. I'll tighten that down a tiny bit to hold it. Now, to the floor and see if I can find that nut, then I'll be back.